Hey, what's going on everyone? Matthew from therighttrader.com here, back again with another cryptocurrency video. Today we're going to be taking a look at Fantom, which is one of the most hyped crypto projects right now. This is an amazing project which has recently absolutely skyrocketed in price. Just in the past month alone, it has been one of the best performing cryptos, and I expect this growth trajectory to continue for Fantom. I think this is still very on. I think we're going to see this become one of the most used DeFi blockchains in the future. It has amazing stats all around. And quick shout out to our sponsor, Femex. If you're interested in trading cryptos or crypto futures, make sure to check them out. I'll leave a link to them in the description of this video. Now, let's get right into some statistics here. First off, one thing that I wanted to point out is the total value locked in the Fantom blockchain. You can see that currently, right, we are right under $6 billion in total value locked. The all-time high is right around that $5.5 billion mark for total value locked as far as Fantom is concerned, which I will point out is actually very good and fairly impressive, especially the rapidity of this rise has also been quite surprising. But if we compare it to other big DeFi projects and blockchains, you might be impressed to see that it is fully, competing. I mean, it has more total value locked than Polygon, and mind you, Polygon has a higher market cap than Fantom, which is only at a $6.8 billion market cap. We'll go through a few others here. If we take a look at Terra, for example, Terra, which has huge funding, etc. Well, Fantom is a little bit more, on its own. It has not received the same amount of institutional funding, but despite that, the community has really supported it and has brought it to this height of being one of the best, highest value locked blockchains. Terra is at 10 million, so not that much higher than Fantom. If we look at others like Avalanche, you're going to see that Fantom is fully competing with all these other blockchains. Of course, the biggest ones are still Ethereum and Binance, but as you can see, Fantom is doing very good at around that $5.5 billion market cap. And as far as its actual valuation, it's still very reasonable compared to its total value locked, right? The reason why I say this is because a lot of these cryptos, like Solana, for example, I love Solana, but Solana is at a $50 billion market cap level, while its total value locked is around 13 billion, right? That's almost 5 times more than its total value locked, and that's not the case for Fantom. So Fantom is pretty fairly valued right now, and really, considering the growth that we're probably going to see in the next few months in DeFi, and of course the next few years, I think Fantom is massively undervalued. And just to throw out some price targets here, right from the beginning, I can see Fantom easily 10xing within the next 6 months to a year alone. And really, we could be even looking at more of a 20x in the next year, year and a half, right? Which would bring the price somewhere around $50. And long term, moving after that maybe next 2 years mark, 5 years out, we could be looking at a price for Fantom, which would be at $100 or above, right? That's going to be around a 40x price increase from where we are now. Now, that's definitely a few years out, but that 10 to 20x could happen within the next year, year and a half, despite the fact that we've already seen a huge increase, right? Now, there are a few reasons for that, and we're going to take a look at that. Very briefly, Fantom deployed its high-speed proof of stake to solve the blockchain trilemma, right? What it's trying to do is it's trying to be the best in scalability, security, and decentralization, and it has a lot of factors that allow it to potentially be that, right? One of the things is that their consensus mechanism is called lack assist. This is not the same that things like Ethereum use. This one is, it just allows for better scalability and faster throughput, right? We're going to take a look at the actual website here. You're going to see some great signs for the future, which, first off, like I said, right, their main motto is performance matters. Fantom is a fast, high throughput, open source smart contract platform for digital assets and dApps. Now, we all know that right now, that's pretty much the hottest space in crypto. If we go and look at the CoinMarketCap leaderboard, you're going to see most of the top 15 coins are in that industry, right? Ethereum, Binance Coin, Cardano, Solana, even XRP, Polkadot, Terra, Avalanche, they're all trying to be Polygon, right? and of course a little bit lower, Fantom, they're all trying to be, you know, this blockchain that is the best in terms of proof of stake and high throughput. The thing is, right, some of these are a little bit behind, like Ethereum, where they just don't match in terms of fees and speed. And now we're starting to see the leaders emerge in terms of, you know, those that were able to do that, things like Solana, for example, and Fantom. But you still have to keep in mind the valuation, right? Solana, great project, $64 billion in market cap. Fantom, which has very comparable statistics pretty much in every way, and a very decentralized project, is at 6.8 billion, right? That's about a tenth of the market cap of Solana. And, you know, like I said, it doesn't have a tenth of the total value locked. It only has half less of the value locked than Solana, pretty much. So keep those numbers and statistics in mind, right? Now, moving through the website, we talked a little bit about their consensus mechanism, which allows for those low fees and almost instant transactions, which is a huge factor, right? This is what needs to be done for DeFi adoption. The most impressive statistic, in my opinion, is the fact that Fantom and its ecosystem is already being used. It's already being embraced by the crypto community as a whole. You'll see on YouTube, and they have a ton of apps, some big apps, some small apps that are already fully functioning and running on the blockchain, right? Things like Cardano do not have that yet. Fantom is already here. It's already established now, and it's already being used by a ton of apps. We can see the amount of DEXs that they have. They have cross-chain bridges, lending and borrowing protocols. They have yield optimizers, NFT platforms, and more, right? So this is huge. They're already fully integrated with big wallets for, you know, Web 3.0, and they even have a 370 million incentive program, right? That's something that I had actually pulled up a article about, right? Is that they have a $320 million incentive program. Of course, this is funding to fuel their ecosystem, and you know, typically this has been very successful for other projects who have launched this type of program, such as Polygon and Avalanche, and I think Fantom is going to be no different, right? What's impressive to me about Fantom is just the amount of actual, you know, usage of the platform itself, right? I mean, this is not a crypto that's about to launch or anything like that. Fantom is already being used, and for that matter, right, the FTM token, which is the native token of Fantom, is fueling a huge amount of growth because, of course, you know, like a commodity, the more people use Fantom, the more people need to buy the token, and you know, will stake it, etc., use it for transactions. And if we go back to the website, other huge plus of the Fantom project, it's EVM compatible, Oracle's integration. I mean, as far as the technicals are, it's pretty much perfect. The staking feature is a big deal, right? You can see that in terms of staking, you know, for the minimal time lock, which is around 14 days, you'll get a 4.34% APR on your Fantom staked. If you actually lock that for a longer period of time, for example, a year, you're going to be getting an APR of 13.28%. And keep in mind, right, that is not considering any price increase of Fantom. So if you were to do it, let's even just say for around half a year, right, and you would get 8.52%. It depends, of course, on the amount of Fantom that you staked, you know, how much you would get in rewards. But the fact of the matter, right, is that this is a huge benefit, and a lot of institutions look for this because they want to hold a, you know, probably millions, if not tens or hundreds of millions of dollars, get that APR, and in on top of that, right, start getting massive price growth. Like I said, I mean, $2.69, I can easily see a 10 to 20x in the next year, year and a half. That pushes us to $25 to $50. And on top of that, right, you can get that staking rewards that'll increase that even further. So that is a huge deal, right? And I'm not going to go into too many details. Just wanted to give you a brief overview of the website and everything that they have, but you need to just understand that Fantom is a fully functional running blockchain. They have a wallet, they have projects on it, they have a multi-chain Fantom bridge, and they have a network explorer and scanner. Everything you need for a successful DeFi and blockchain project. As far as their recent performance, you'll see that you know, Fantom has been getting integrations through Ren and has just been outperforming and dodging a lot of the market downside that we saw in the past month. Now we're seeing the market turn back up, but I think Fantom is still going to do very good, right? But it has outperformed and dodged a lot of the downside that we saw recently. And like I said, quick shout out to our sponsor Femex. If you're interested in trading crypto or crypto futures contracts, make sure to check them out. Link in the description of this video. Last but not least, we're going to take a quick look at the actual price chart of Fantom, where what you're going to see is a beautiful uptrend that has pretty much not stopped since we did see natural pullbacks, but this has been a very healthy moving price chart. And yes, recently we did see a little bit of a downturn, right? But we came right around this level of our white uptrend line, which is the middle Bollinger Band. And as you can see, that has really been a line that since August of 2021 has really been steadily pushing us higher, that we've bounced off of multiple times. I think this time is going to be absolutely no different, where we might just stabilize a little bit before continuing to move higher. I don't really expect any downside momentum at all at this point for Fantom. In a worst case scenario, maybe we would go down to this $2 mark at the 50-day moving average. But since the market is so bullish right now, I don't see that as necessarily being that likely. And even if that were to happen, that would just be a better and sweeter buying opportunity, in my opinion. None of this is financial advice, just my own personal opinion. If you're interested in learning technical analysis, make sure to check out my master course, less than $20, 30-day money-back guarantee, and great review from all the students. Also, make sure to follow me on Twitter for live cryptocurrency market updates and to never miss a thing. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to check out our sponsor Femex, link in the description. Great platform with some of the cheapest fees for crypto trading around. And thank you so much for watching, everyone. Stay safe. I'll see you next time. Have a great day.